Hello and welcome to just another farmer's channel, to the very first video, very first series. I hope you're gonna enjoy it. And today, I have an Estonian map, well, based on some random place in Estonia, which most likely is focusing on dairy farming, and that's what I'm gonna want to do. I have a cowshed over there. Have bought a couple of plots of land, number 102, 35, and 43, which 43 is basically the area of the farm itself, but that also contains a bit of a meadow. Mm, like I said, I'm gonna try to focus on animals produce, dairy milk produce, but maybe later on also I would try to build like a maybe a large, very large chicken coop and also specialize in that. Yeah, I think I should start preparing everything because there is quite a bit of things to do. First off, uh, there's a small plot that needs seeding grass on it, which, as you can see, I have already prepared equipment for to start everything. I went for like hard economy for the very first time. Actually, I don't really know how it's gonna play out. And yeah, I could afford some really cheap and rather small equipment, but also thankfully we do not gonna have a lot of land, so that's gonna be fine for now. And actually, I never played with that. Well, what I am doing, I don't need the cultivator. Yeah, that's a good start. Uh, I never played with that JCB tractor, so a lot of new things for me over here. Uh, I hope I'm gonna be able to like expand to really large amounts of cows. I was thinking like even a couple of sheds that can house over 200 cows each. But that's definitely gonna take a while. For now, seeding with actual seeder, not cultivator. Okay. Yeah, I've made it. Okay. And I think it's not gonna take too long, but also it's not gonna be the most enjoyable thing to watch. So I guess I'm gonna put a time lapse over here. See you soon. Cover up all of the cutted grass and I'll have to create fields on both of those, which gonna take some time. Oh well. More time lapses, I guess. Okay. Okay. Well, see you soon. Okay, that is done. Honestly, that went way quicker than I was thinking it's gonna take. A lot of misclicks. Now time to pick up the grass. It's not gonna be that much of grass because it's just meadows over there. So after picking them up, and there's still plenty of work to do. I'm gonna have to. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yes. I'm gonna have to create fields on both of those meadows and then see the grass over there. And that's gonna be the most time consuming part of this episode, but it has to be done. There's not that much land over there. But also there's machines I'm using are really like the smallest machines, very cheap. Ah, yeah, not picking yet. Still needs to be tethered and then rowed and then picked up. Okay. Yeah, but after that, gonna have to seed the plant the grass because that way there's gonna be much more. The yield gonna be way higher, and well, I'm not gonna be beginning with full cowshed. So at some point, I think I might gonna start overproducing the grass, but hay in this case. But only if I'm gonna have the hayloft full. Then I'm gonna be selling the hay. Only then I'm gonna be selling the hay, and the hayloft is rather large also, so it should be fine for me to have like at least full cowshed before I'm gonna fill up the hayloft. So I'm gonna just try to not make too much money of selling hay, especially in the beginning. And later on, I'm gonna try to balance it out. So I'm gonna be producing just as much hay as I'm gonna actually need. I should have lifted up this better. Anyway, I think it's time for another time lapse. Okay, that was rather smooth and quick. Now the second field and rowing and picking up the grass. For a second I was thinking if actually if doing bales wouldn't be better, but to be honest, can be asked later on. Moving all of the bales with the forklift to the cowshed and I think I just prefer this way of doing that. Anyway, time to speed this up. Yeah, I'm gonna do the fields over there straight away because it's just gonna be. I'm gonna have to do that anyway at some point, so why not earlier? The hayloft is rather large, so maybe it's gonna storage. Enough hay for me to build another cow shed. So maybe I'm not gonna end up with selling a lot of hay. Well, we'll see. Also, hay is not that expensive, so on the other hand, even if I don't think I'm gonna be making this much money out of just the hay sales anyway. I have to line up properly. I don't want to like expand by a lot this field. And yes, I'm using the cultivator mod for creating fields. Okay. Okay, so yeah, again, that's gonna take quite some time, so see you in a bit. Okay, all the seeding finally done. Uh, that took quite a while also. I made a couple of mistakes and had to record the seeding process twice on the first field, the 102. But other than that, yeah, I think for now, uh, I do believe that's gonna be it for now because everything that had to be done has been done. All fields are prepared, seeded. Only what's only left is the buying the cows and then waiting for the grass to grow again. But that can wait for another episode. I think I'm gonna start with like 30 cows and then gonna try to expand from that point. Anyway, I'm gonna need I'm gonna need also a. I'm gonna need the. Sorry, English is my second language. Yeah, exactly. Tank, tanker, maybe tanker. I think, well, that one gonna have to do. I do believe there is no other choice, yeah, anyway, so. Yeah. I'm gonna have to buy this tanker and then gonna have to buy cows and. Ooh, ah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Leave comments if you have any comments to leave for me. And hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.